It was a bustling afternoon at the airport. Travelers hurried by with their luggage, some laughing, some arguing, some weary from long journeys. Flight 227 to West Africa was ready to board. In the first-class lounge, a few passengers sipped drinks and scrolled through their phones. Among them sat a quiet man, dressed simply in a plain black caftan. His shoes were clean but unpretentious, his small bag resting calmly beside him. His face was calm, unreadable, a still lake reflecting the chaotic scene around him. He held a first-class ticket. Some glanced at him once, twice. A lone black man, dressed plainly, sitting among the wealthy and well-dressed. No flashy watch, no business laptop, just a silent presence. When the boarding call echoed, first-class passengers, please proceed to gate 4, he rose and joined the line. At the gate stood Clara, the slim flight attendant with bright red lipstick and hair tied neatly in a bun. She welcomed the first passenger warmly, but as the quiet man approached, her smile vanished. "Excuse me, sir," she said, stepping forward, blocking his way. "This lane is not for you." He calmly presented his ticket. Clara stared, disbelief turning to scorn. "This flight isn't for someone of your color. You must have booked economy by mistake." Nearby passengers shifted uncomfortably, phones discreetly raised, capturing the scene. Clara's voice rose with indignation. "We'll refund your money. Now, please step aside." The man's eyes stayed steady, kind but firm. "I paid for seat 2A. "This is my place," Clara sneered. "You don't even know how to pronounce this airline's name. You don't belong here." A junior attendant approached, took the ticket, and scanned it. A green light beeped softly. "It's valid," he confirmed. Clara's anger twisted further. "It doesn't matter. Look at him. He doesn't belong." Murmurs spread. The man stepped aside briefly for a mother with a baby, then turned back. "I'm not here for drama. I just want to take my seat." Clara hesitated, then stepped back with a warning. "Don't say I didn't warn you." He walked in quietly, seat 2A by the window waiting. He placed his bag overhead and sat down, opening a small notebook to write, silent, composed, dignified. Clara ignored him, serving others with fake smiles but icy eyes when she passed his seat. Across the aisle, François Delacour, a French CEO, noticed. Something about Clara's coldness unsettled him. The man beside him was no ordinary passenger. There was a quiet strength, a deep story in those thoughtful eyes. Tensions simmered as Clara continued to snub him, dropping his water bottle without a word, skipping his seat for hot towels, rolling her eyes at his polite requests. The junior attendant confronted Clara quietly. "You need to stop treating him like he's invisible. People are noticing." Clara snapped back. "Let them watch." That seat doesn't belong to people like him. As the plane hit turbulence, Clara's bitterness grew. "Better buckle up tight," she sneered. The man's calm reply. "Thank you for the reminder." Dinner trays arrived. Clara dropped his without care. François finally spoke up. "Why treat him this way?" Clara's face flushed red. "Mind your business." "It is my business," François replied. He paid for peace and dignity. Other passengers murmured their agreement. Clara stormed away, fuming. The man closed his eyes, breathing deeply, touching a small cloth in his pocket, the national emblem of his country. Today he didn't wear his title. He carried it silently in his heart. Landing preparations began. Clara's parting words were cold, but he answered with quiet power. "Sometimes, the seat we choose is about what we represent. I choose this seat because change must come." The plane touched down in Ouagadougou. As passengers gathered their things, Clara confronted him once more, her voice poisonous. "I wish you never boarded." He met her gaze calmly, silent strength shining. An older Frenchwoman nearby intervened. "Enough." Francois stood. You've embarrassed yourself and this airline. He showed more dignity than you ever will. Clara's shame was plain. But then came the revelation. The junior attendant showed Clara a photo on his phone, him in military uniform, standing before thousands, the president of Burkina Faso. Her hands trembled. No, this can't be. The quiet man, President Ibrahim Traoré, stood tall. Would it have made a difference if you'd known? He asked gently. Clara was speechless. Respect isn't a gift for the powerful, he said softly. It's a duty owed to all. He left the plane with quiet dignity. The red carpet, the soldiers, the cameras, it was all there. But he carried no pride, only purpose. The world watched. The videos went viral. The lesson was clear. Later, at a press conference, President Traoré spoke to the world. I flew today as a simple man without title or entourage. What I received was hate and disrespect, not for me, but for anyone judged by skin or status. No one is above another. Respect is for all. He raised his hand. I forgive her, not out of weakness, but because the lesson is already learned. A powerful silence followed. True power, he reminded, is not in titles, but in how we treat each other.